Because you can tell somebody, you're doing this in your backswing, you're doing this in your backswing, or whatever, until they see it, oh, I'm doing it in my backswing. It's like, you didn't listen to me. Well, a lot of people don't trust other people, and I think that you're right. Videotape yourself. Look at yourself.
And there's many that are visually stimulated or visual learners, as I call them. And
there you go. Perfect. There you go. That's even better. That's even better that you're a visual learner.
Is it Luke? Is his name Luke?
Luke?
Yeah.
You know, I like it how you say not to use the word relaxed or good posture, because they're so full of many negative memories and tensions. And, you know, I think putting oxygen into your muscles is a lot better.
I had terrible posture growing up because I've always loved books. So from about age 8, I'd just lose myself for hour upon hour, slumped over a book. And so I had terrible posture. And my dad would always say to me, other people won't, care to bother to tell you this, but I'll tell you this, you need to sit up straight. You need to stand up straight. So I'd sit up straight for a minute or two, but, eventually the strain would get to me. And I'd go back to my habitual habits. So telling someone to stand up straight, sit up straight, and have good posture and never does any good. It just makes them more tense and more tight. So, I had terrible posture until about 4 years ago when I started taking Alexander lessons. And talking of radio, I used to work in radio, and I started developing voice problems. And the more I tried, to overcome them, and the worse they got, until eventually I quit after 3 years. And it was so humiliating because I loved radio, yet I'd get hoarse and, I sounded terrible, and I was like gasping for breath on air, and it was just so frustrating. And so I had this epic failure, like kind of riding in the back of my head for all these years, because I loved working in radio and wanted to do it. And it wasn't until I discovered the Alexander technique and had 2 or 3 years worth of lessons that I was finally able to fully let go of my habits of tension and compression that were so distorting my voice.
Wow. Amazing. It's amazing. I work off of a board, and I've got on headphones, and I've got some people, my kids call it a boom mic. I've got a microphone that drops down. It's got an arm, and I hear me as well as you guys in my headphones, and they're the big kind that go over your ears to where I don't hear anything else except what I'm hearing right now. And it helps you greatly because I hear myself, because when people call in on a phone to try to do their broadcast on here on the Blog Talk Radio Network, they just tend to want to think they're talking on the telephone to a friend of theirs, and they forget that they're actually talking to a lot of people that are wanting to know. Yeah, and I teach that a lot in my non-teaching. But, the thing I'm learning about your website, you say in here that you went daily for 3 years. Now, explain that. That's a lot of learning.
Yeah, it's not like yoga teaching where people will go, 1 weekend a month and, for like 16 hours a day. And get in 220 total hours, and they're now teaching. Well, Alexander teacher training is 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, 36 weeks a year for 3 years.
Wow.
So it's really quite rigorous. It's very serious. You really have to take a look at your habits and take responsibility for your own use. And so many things just only started fully working for me in the last 3 months of the 3 years of training. So every week, every month of that training was necessary to equip me to be a teacher. And because the training's so hard, that's why there are only about 4,000 Alexander Technique teachers in the world.
Well, look, it sounds more like a lifestyle change is what it sounds like to me.
Very good.
Yes, it's a fundamental
good lifestyle change.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'll just tell you one quick story. I'm an Orthodox Jew, and I was at the home on the Sabbath of some Orthodox Jewish friends of mine who I had not seen in a year. And after the end of the meal, the hostess said to me, Luke, what's the matter? You haven't said anything inappropriate all meal. We're not used to that. And I said, well, I've been learning to examine my reactions, and I've been learning to let go of my responses that don't serve me. And I've been studying the Alexander technique, and they were just all so impressed, and I was just so much easier to be around. I was so much more tranquil because I'd let go of my habits of needless tension, which were distorting the way that I related to myself and to other people. I was kind of stuck in fight or flight, and so I was like always, firing off with my opinions or my questions or my inappropriate jokes. And now I was able to just sit and be at ease with myself and with others.
Inappropriate. Needed on this show.
Inappropriate jokes. I don't even want to go there.
This show's like 3 hours. I mean, we're talking about some people.
Yes, we
lightly.
Were. Yes.
A type of person, not a person specifically, but a type of person.
Oh, yeah. We know very well about that around here. We're actually very schooled in that. On your website, you said that the Alexander technique lessons helped you to, I love this. He says, feel great, calm down, energize, overcome chronic fatigue, sleep better. I mean, buddy.
Oh, wouldn't that be wonderful?
Good morning. I mean, you have found the key to life, bud, is what I'm here to say. And I bow down. I mean, help. Be less compulsive, less addictive. Be more patient with others. I mean, you sound like the Messiah, if I may be so bold.
That's what the show needs. So, Debbie, is he single or no?
We can only hope.
Yes.
You are?
Yes, I'm single, but it's really transformed my life.
Please have children. Please have babies. Don't die without breeding. No, I'm joking, but that's probably what we were talking about earlier. But
that's my goal.
Well, I'm embracing my Judaism again, so, I mean, who knows? Who knows?
And you are taking a bath constantly. No, I'm
clean at least.
Just about 3 days ago when I had to go visit my doctor, I said, something, doctor, it was almost like it hurts when I do this. Well, I said that to him. He laughed so loud that the nurse came in and said, are you okay? Because I said, it hurts when I do this. And he said, don't do that. And I started laughing. No, I'm not kidding. And he birthed me. We're very close. And I said, I'm not joking. And he goes, all right, how far are you reaching for your mouth all the time? And I went, oh, he goes, we're going to fix that with this prescription. He gets his prescription pad and he writes out, I've got it right here. He says, move closer to the desk. And he said, may refill. It said endless. And I was like,
too funny.
And I did, and it stopped hurting. I had this pain. I even thought I had lung cancer. One time last year my daughter had a headache, and she came to me and she goes, Mommy, I think I have, what was that disease? I said, darling, stop Googling your symptoms. She thought she had spinal meningitis.
Oh, no.
I'm not joking. She said,
that's funny.
She's just adorable. But I'm very fired up about this. I think this is really neat. Like I said, it sounds like the key to life.
Yeah, it's a great way to both calm down and to energize up and to take a look at your own habits and take responsibility for yourself and for your health and to stop doing the things that are causing you so much pain.
Yeah.
Get rid of some people in your life. Trim your life. Do a good trimming and get in. I was talking earlier in the year. Well, how many days are we into the year? That, and this kind of runs parallel to this, is when we go home and we're with our home family, our mother, our fathers, our aunts, and our uncles, we tend to start acting a certain way, okay? And I believe that is because we are, and as we grow, we change. We turn into people that we want to be, which is sometimes completely opposite of the people that we were around when we were being raised, if you know what I mean. And when we go home, we are blatantly reminded and shamelessly reminded of who we were because we're treated that way. Oh, look, there's Luke. Come here, you little, and it's like, no, I'm not that Luke anymore, and I'm not that Debbie, or I'm not that bathtub girl anymore. I'm not that anymore. And I think that being in that atmosphere sometimes brings about